share my resume. One second.
Mhm.
Yeah, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah, so I started off with my bachelor's in computer science. So post that I was working in Cognizant as a SRE engineer and DevOps engineer. I worked there for around 3 years, and currently I'm doing my master's in IT at Arizona State, US. I've come here for my summer break, and I wanted to learn Kubernetes. I thought it will be helpful for any job
Right.
perspective in the future. So these are the technical skills I have right now. And I felt, yeah, Kubernetes would be a great addition to my profile.
Right. I totally agree with that. Kubernetes will be a great fit or great add to your profile because that's the forward way where all the companies are moving, right? So,
Yeah. So even I would like to give that CKAD certification as well.
okay, okay. So, great to hear. I mean, Rachna, you wanted to learn Kubernetes and looking forward for CKAD as well.
Yeah.
And I believe that's the right path as well to move ahead on learning on the Kubernetes. And that's how I even started.
Mhm.
So I started learning Kubernetes from the perspective of CKAD, and then that's how I started building up the things on Kubernetes. And I'm today CKA certified as well, and I have around 5+ years of experience on Kubernetes now.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, I feel that certification is really useful because you have that practical knowledge there. So you will learn a lot while studying for that than the cloud certifications that are MCQs based.
Correct, correct. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we'll discuss about the certifications in the further sessions as well, the course and the certifications, the how the certification exam is different from the other exams,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Right. So I will give a brief introduction about myself as well. So I'm currently working with Amazon as a cloud support engineer, majorly into the DevOps related services like
Okay.
EKS, ECS, Fargate, and X-ray and code build, code pipeline, those kind of services. And prior to that, I have worked with companies like Nagero and Sterlite Technologies and HP. So there I was working as a senior DevOps engineer, and I was working for a client Ericsson, where I used to write CI/CD pipelines on, right, start from scratch, building up the code, and then creating the Docker images out of it, and then deploying on the Kubernetes, different Kubernetes environments.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And before with Sterlite, I used to be a platform engineer there, where I used to manage multiple Kubernetes environment from scratch, so building up the environments and then managing it and deploying the applications on it, not just deploying but creating the Helm charts, the YAML manifest files. All this includes my role over there. So I have a very wide experience on Kubernetes, and I'm working with AWS, and I'm within AWS. I'm kind of subject matter expert with EKS service, which is Elastic Kubernetes Service. So I have worked on multiple aspects of Kubernetes, from the deployment perspective, or from the administration perspective, from the integration perspective as well. So yeah, that's about me, Rachana. and
Okay.
and and
Mhm.
so when I started my CKD journey, I was not aware a lot about Kubernetes. I was learning at that point. Right in 2019, I guess. Yeah, I believe it's in 2019. And the company which I talked, where I was, so there was no one CKD certified at that moment, and there were only 3 or 4 people who were knowing Kubernetes out of strength of 500, and they were building up the things on Kubernetes. So that's how I started my journey from on the Kubernetes. So I focused on the CKD certification. I learned bit by bit there, and I become a certified CKD, and also I learned the Kubernetes from there itself. So
Okay.
I can help you out following the same path, which can I know, I mean, for a beginner, how to start and how to proceed, because I was kind of a beginner a few years back. So
Mm-hmm.
I can help you out with that.
Yeah, thank you, Lakshay. It's good to know.
Perfect. And as I heard you are here in India for your summer break for around a month, right?
Yeah, just for a month actually. I'll be leaving on June 15th.
Okay, okay, perfect. We will plan the sessions accordingly in that case.
Yeah.
And so, how many hours a day you can dedicate for these sessions?
Um, Usually how many hours is the session? Like, I'm not aware of
I
this.
mean, it totally depends on your learning capability. So we can finish it off within 10 to 15 hours as well.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
Right, but it all depends on how much you already aware of, how experienced you are within the old before Kubernetes came, how the things were used to be, and what Kubernetes is replacing. So that's, if you are aware or if you able to relate it, it would be
Mhm.
10 to 15 hours of a game. Okay, learning the Kubernetes from the CKD perspective,
Okay.
right?
So about Kubernetes, I just know basics, and that too I practice from courses. Uh,
Okay,
so
that's perfectly fine. We will cover it from the basics itself. So we'll try to get this done as soon as possible, and we'll see if before you uh, leave back India, we'll try to you will have enough knowledge on Kubernetes that it will help you out with the CKD certification.
okay, that's good. I think an hour a day will do because I will have enough time for self-study and
You're
practice.
right. Perfect. Perfect. That
Mhm.
an hour a day is sufficient
Yeah.
here, and going more than that will also be tough for you to cope up, as well as for me to pull out from my daily work and the, I mean, my daily work life balance as well. So
Yeah.
1 hour, but if whenever required, we can extend it. That's perfectly fine. That's 1 hour is not a hard limit, but
Hmm.
we'll plan it for 1 hour, and if it needs an extension, that's perfectly okay.
Okay.
And how flexible will you be with the timings? I mean, is there any specific time that you want, or it can have we can plan it on the daily basis, or how do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, we can plan on daily basis. Anytime after 10:30 a.m.
Hmm.
Um, or anytime before 9 is fine with me.
Perfect, perfect. So we will have something around 6 p.m. itself, right?
Yeah.
After 5 we will do, and before 9 we will wrap it up as well.
Okay. No, no, I'm saying
And
before 9 a.m. And after 10:30 a.m. anytime. It's fine.
could you come again?
Yeah, anytime like 8 a.m. is also fine. Like if it's before your work hours or
No, actually, my work starts at 8 p.m. and it ends at 8 a.m. and it works ends at 5 p.m.
8 to 5. Okay, okay. Yeah,
Right.
after
So
5 p.m. is fine with me.
perfect, perfect. After 5, we'll schedule the sessions, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll get the things going. Right. So how I will plan is probably I will take 2 days time to
Mm-hmm.
plan the topics and distribute it according to the days and the
Okay.
content as well. So and then from tomorrow we can probably start as well.
Okay, that works. What cloud provider would we be using?
We will be using AWS.
AWS. Okay.
Right. Right. So okay, you need to create the cluster as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm, but for you it will be chargeable. I mean, you will have to pay for that. But let's see if I get something free of cost.
Yeah.
I will try to get it free of cost. Else, we will you will have to pay some bare minimum charges in order to create the clusters, and it will have the instances as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we will uh, we'll see. I will try to get if it gets free, then I will try to get it.
Yeah. And I have some plural site or a cloud guru that subscription and playgrounds. Probably we can use that
Yeah,
and
if they have playgrounds, then it's fine for you. I mean, we just need or what we can do is
uh-huh.
um, I will have the cluster with me. You can access that cluster. So it's an EKS cluster. The control plane access will not be there, but from
Okay.
the Kubernetes learning perspective, we will see the architecture. We don't need to access the control plane components itself. I will explain you the architecture,
Yeah.
but from learning the Kubernetes, from creation of the, as a developer, as a Kubernetes developer, you don't need to have the access to the control planes. But we will have a cluster. I will have a cluster, and I will share the kubeconfig file with you, which probably you can access that cluster itself from your laptop itself.
Okay, yeah, that works.
That works, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay anything for that. It's all, it will be free, and even I don't have to pay anything for that. So I can create it, and I will share the details with you, how to connect and everything. We will see as we move ahead.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. So so Ganesh and Rachna, how I are we going to be in touch? Is it through emails, or
I'll like, create a WhatsApp group, Lakshay.
that would be a great help. Yeah,
Because whenever she has having any questions or any like errors while practicing, she can reach out to you directly.
correct, correct, correct.
Communication will be like very faster.
Exactly. Yes.
So you mean to say like we'll start from like tomorrow, right?
We will start the sessions from the tomorrow. I will share the course details, how we are going to proceed,
Okay.
what topics we are going to take first, and how we are going to proceed ahead, and with the hours distribution as well. And then I will share it by
Okay,
today
sure.
evening, or tomorrow morning, and then after 5 tomorrow we'll start.
Okay,
And
sure.
you are fine with weekends as well, Rachna, right?
Yeah, I'm fine with weekends.
Perfect, perfect. So we'll proceed from tomorrow. I will share the outline, how we are going to proceed ahead with the course by today evening, or late evening, or tomorrow early morning.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
perfect.
All right then. I any question that you have, Rachna?
Um, yeah, no questions for now. Okay.
Perfect, perfect. And feel free to stop me in between any sessions if you
Mhm.
feel that this is missing, or this is, you are feeling anything. I mean, if you are not able to understand it or anything. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so we'll take care of that. We'll make sure that you understand everything, and you are good on the Kubernetes front. So
Okay.
are you aware of Docker? Before we wind up, are you aware of Docker, the significance
Yeah,
of Docker?
yeah,
Not
I just did
into
a
a lot, but basics of Docker. Why Docker? That's enough. I mean, why Docker? If you understand, then you are good on the Docker front as well.
yeah, yeah, same. I just did some courses on it. That's all.
Okay, okay. And never mind. We will have a refresher session as well for that. Before
Mm-hmm.
we go into Kubernetes, we will go for the Docker first.
Okay.
Perfect. And you are, I mean, how much good, how much good you are with the hands on the Linux?
Linux, the Linux commands and
Yeah,
everything.
commands.
Um,
Not a lot, but simple commands.
yeah, simple commands I'm good with it.
You are good, right? Perfect. That will make my work easier.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Rachna. Then we will. I will share you the details, further details over the WhatsApp,
Okay.
and we'll connect tomorrow. I will share you the timings for that as well. Most probably it will be 5:30, 5:30 p.m. tomorrow.
5:30. Okay. Sounds good.
Right. All right. Thank you, Rachna. Ganesh, we are good, right?
Yeah, we have nothing from my end. So after tomorrow session, I'll create a WhatsApp group for three of us. Then we can plan accordingly. I'll share the
Perfect.
link. We can have a classes through Skype, Lakshay, because if it is Zoom,
Mhm.
then someone has to share the link, someone has to start the meeting, and someone has to record it, and someone has to share the recording. This is a lot of process. If it is Skype, no,
Yes,
nothing like that.
I understand. Let me see if Skype will work
No,
in my Mac.
you don't need to install anything. Just use web.skype.
Oh, okay. Okay. That sounds good. Perfect.
You nothing to install or nothing to like process. Like everything will be
Mm,
like just the web.skype. I'll share the invite, the Zoom, the Skype invite.
awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
And
Yeah.
also like like Skype is like nothing but kind of
I
application.
I I have used it, but it's just my company. I'm using my company laptop, so I'm not sure if I would be able to install it or not. But it's a web, then it's fine. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, web only. Even I'm using web only. I'm not using any Zoom.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Sure, Lakshay, then. See you tomorrow at 5:30.
All right then. See you. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Any
Thank you.
question from your end?
No, Ganesh. No questions.
Okay, then. See you tomorrow then. Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Lakshay. Thanks for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye
thank
bye.
you, Lakshay.
No problem.
Yeah, Rachana.